Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading, guys. Hanging with Mega Good Vibes, our saucy little beaver. We are just chilling out here. We hope you guys are nice and relaxed. We're on to do some messages from the Divine Masculine Collective, okay? And I do hope that the title is already resonating for you. I do hope that the messages and the cards validate your intuition, okay? So what that's going to mean is these are things you're already picking up on, you're already feeling on your twin flame journey. So let's dive right in. How is the masculine feeling towards the connection? Now, before I pull the card, it's going to be a very intuitive message. I'm just going to look at the image on the card to give the message here. Okay, so I know the message has been repetitive here that we have a divine masculine that's watching you, but I feel like they're very close to communication in this card here, divine feminine. And I feel that a lot of the divine feminines are very alluring at this time. You have a lot of chemistry between these two, okay? The divine feminine is also very clear-minded. You're focused on what it is you want. And it's pulling this counterpart in. Now, I'm sensing a little bit of regret as well, because if you guys take a closer look, they're kind of creeping up on you here a little bit. There's a little bit of like maybe remorse or regret. Their hands on your shoulder, but you haven't even turned back. Okay, so this is a divine feminine that definitely knows your worth at this point. Okay, and I feel like this is a masculine that is coming in very gently, very humbly. If you guys were used to them being very like sarcastic or very obnoxious before, this card indicates to me that you did not like that energy and they've picked up on this about you. Okay, they're reading you a lot better as well. Okay, and they're approaching you very cautiously because, this is a divine masculine that appears to be very rough around the edges. They're often very blunt. They say what's on their mind. They could at times appear like they're just like the center of their own world, okay? And even though they're the center of their own world, or they may appear as that, you capture their attention in a different way, where it's like now, you're kind of right there in that area with them at the center. Okay, so they're observing you very clearly. They know what it is you like, what it is you don't like, just how to approach you now, how to move this time around. Okay, so I feel like many of you are going to get somewhere even further on your journey with this card, because I think that your divine masculine is taking you very seriously. You're very focused. You're focused on your purpose as well. Many of you might be shining. This divine feminine could have gone through some type of transformation there, some type of growth with the green and the dress. And she's very beautifully dressed, like look at his shirt. His shirt is untucked. He's wearing jeans. Many of you have gone through a transformation. Your masculines as well, but I feel like it was a very humbling transformation. Okay. I feel too that the divine feminine, okay, many of you may have been caught off guard because you may have perceived this masculine to be a certain type of way. And then as you got to know them, it just wasn't what you wanted, or it wasn't what you expected. And you might have been forced to kind of turn your back on this a little bit, or maybe even just value your own self-worth. It just wasn't what you wanted. I'm sensing a masculine that might have been very, again, obnoxious, arrogant. And the reason I feel like they're dressed like this is because it's like another symbol of coming towards you humbly. Maybe like they don't normally dress like this, right? They're maybe well put together, but everything speaks about humility here, like coming towards you very cautiously. I'm also seeing too with his body language, like I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have treated you that way. I should have been more clear. Like these types of things are coming out here with this divine masculine. How are they feeling in their heart space towards you? Like what are they approaching you here to express? Can we get some information on what's on this masculine's mind as they may be slowly, cautiously approaching this divine feminine, okay? I feel like they're approaching you with caution because of past mistakes they've made in the connection. And you're still holding space for them, divine feminine. Otherwise, like I sense a gentleness coming from this feminine here as well. Like even with the bush here burning, it's kind of telling me like something's in the air here, you know, like you two can feel this in the air. Maybe what was lacking was a bit of sensitivity from this divine masculine in order to capture your attention a little bit more, because I feel like the more obnoxious they were, the more wild they seem, and at one point they could have thought that this was something that would have gotten your attention, but it did the exact opposite. And now that's why they're kind of coming with this humility, this more gentle approach. And you're still holding space, because I think that there's something about their transformation that you somewhat like, you somewhat admire. You're interested in hearing what it is they have to say. All right, so let's cut the deck in half. What do they wish to express to you, Divine Feminine? Okay, so we have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, so for many of you, it's coming. Okay, a lot of you have like some time alone coming with this divine masculine. Time alone is something that's really on their mind here. And I'm also feeling that many of you could have a lot of serious offers coming your way as well. So don't be surprised if your divine masculine wants to take a trip with you. Like, and that's why I say too, like, you know, this reading is going to validate itself if many of you can, you've already thought about it. Like maybe sometimes you feel silly for thinking about it, or you might feel like, am I imagining this? Am I just thinking about this? But if you can sense it, like it's on their mind, it's in their thoughts, you know, maybe they've even brought it up, but it's never really manifested into anything physical where you guys have had the opportunity to be alone and get away with one another. But this is something that's definitely on their mind, and it could have a lot to do with just cautiously approaching you here, and so that way they can make an offer that seems very realistic. Okay, maybe in the past they threw this whole honeymoon energy at you, but they were too obnoxious for you to even think about spending time with them alone like that. Many of you were like, no, I don't think that's something that I'd be interested in. I can't take you seriously enough. Okay, and that's what it is. That's what I'm getting out of this card. It's like, in the past, you couldn't really take them seriously. You may have found them very attractive, very good looking. This is a really good looking divine masculine, but the energy coming from them wasn't as mature as what you're usually attracted to, divine feminine. And that's teaching this divine masculine is a lot as well, because I'm also seeing that, like, on top of, like, you know, just being handsome and dressing well, they're starting to realize, like, it's the way you carry yourself, you know, the type of character that you have, that also plays a role in chemistry and attraction, especially with this divine feminine. Let's get some additional messages on what else they're wishing to express, you know, especially with being alone with you. Why do they need to be alone with you so badly, divine feminine? Okay, I'm going to cut the deck right in half. Okay, because it's true love, okay? It's the romance of a lifetime. I feel too, like, the reason they want to be alone with you like this is most likely they don't want any interruptions. There's a lot that they're wanting to express with you, but it can't just be done at, like, an open setting, you know? Like, this could be a very private masculine as well. Guys, Mike is so cute. I just can't. They could be a very, like, private masculine as well, and they could also be very, like, romantic, okay? Like, their idea of expressing themselves to you would have a lot to do with like a lot of self-expression. They don't want to hold back, because why hold back when you know for a fact, like, this is your true love, this is a romance of a lifetime. Okay, they're not going to hold back. And I'm also hearing too, like, there's very private things that they want to do as well. Okay, I don't know, maybe we'll have to start getting back into the sensual readings, but, like, in private, like, there's a lot that they want to do with you in private. This is a divine masculine that can't just, like, tell you with words. It's like they have to show you somehow. Okay, let's try to get some energy on that. What do they want to show this divine feminine? So definitely some kind of ending here that they want to show you. We know that it's something wild, okay? But I'm feeling like with this energy here, it's like almost like they want you to let loose here and give you everything they've got. But I don't think that they're going to get that side of you unless it's in private. And I feel like they want to make, like, some type of grand gesture in order to get you alone. Like, I feel like you've earned their respect in a sense, because if I'm looking at this in the background here, it's like the primary energy is her, you know, it seems as though you or your transformation has been noticed. You've been through hell and back. I'm hearing that song, Proud of You by Drake. Everything's adding up. You've been through hell and back. That's why you bad as fuck, and you know you are. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with these two cards here. Okay, this is a masculine that has definitely learned a lesson. Like, you're bad, Divine Feminine. Like, you a badass Mama Jama. Okay, and you can be this lethal and at the same time, you know, clean up shop and look like this afterwards. Okay, and maybe that's why true love is coming up, because they somewhat see you as a match. Okay, now if we go back to the original card here in the reading, let's go back to the Black and Gold Tarot, and then we'll try to find out what type of particular action they would like to take towards you. You know what, I'll take it because it pretty much wants to slip out. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so they're still in this contemplating mode, because page energy, it's usually like messengers, okay, and it's very like immature young energy as well. So that's why I feel like they're kind of like creeping up, right? Because it's this very young, immature energy. They're almost like transforming or growing into having that courage to express their love. And I think that what it is they're ideally wanting to express is this true love. They already have the cup here to offer it to you. But I feel like overall this reading is saying that they need a little bit more just life experience first to deal with a Divine Feminine like this. Okay, so they're coming towards you slowly but surely, and in the meantime, like, I feel like they're learning a lot about you, and they're putting a lot of effort and emphasis into learning about a lot about you at this time. And it's really sweet, because it's like, you know, like, for them to even stop and be like, whoa, like, even address the fact that they're being obnoxious or they're being to this or to that, and that they're willing to change it, especially with this card here, you know, like put an ending to it somehow, because ideally they've met their match. I think it's really sweet that they're wanting to put in that effort to express to you somehow, or make communication in a positive way and let you know, like, you know what, I'm humbling myself, I'm sorry, can we give this another shot? All right, so I don't know who I don't know whose reading this is, but it's a masculine that I guess, like, that's the energy I want to end off at, is like, you know, can we give this another shot, Divine Feminine? All right, so yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. All right, you guys take it easy, and I will catch you in tonight's reading, okay? All right, take it easy. Bye, guys.